I just heard the news that Art Dudley passed away, the sad news that Art Dudley passed away, and Art and I go back to the mid-90s or so, and he was a friend. So Art wrote for Stereophile magazine since 2003, I believe, and he was the deputy editor. Before that, he had his own magazine called Listener, and I had the distinct pleasure of writing for Listener. It was an amazing, small in size, but big in scope, and it was a blast. Every issue was so much fun to read, and the covers were amazing. I'm going to show you a bunch of the covers shortly, but it was fun. And the best thing about writing for Art was that I got to talk to him on once or twice a month. We would discuss what reviews were coming up and that sort of thing. But of course, we talked a lot about music. Music was as big a passion for him, certainly, as audio was, and he was a good musician. He loved bluegrass, but he was knowledgeable about all genres of music, really. But Art was a trip, and funny guy. And yes, I'm going to show you the covers soon. But the thing about Art's writing, though, I used to say to him a lot, you, Art Dudley, are the best audio writer of all time, in my book. I definitely think he wins hands down, because he was a storyteller. He made writing about audio, yet another speaker, yet another amplifier, yet another turntable, compelling reading. That's the gig. That's what it's all about. I think so. But he took it to another level because he was just such a natural. The thing is, he made it look easy. It's not easy, and I know he worked really hard to make it look easy. That's the kind of guy he was. I'll tell you a little bit of some things that we did together, other than creating the magazine, or it was his magazine, I just wrote for him, he loved the Name Arrow tone arm. It's no longer in production, but he loved it so much I had to get one. So I bought one, and he had to come to Brooklyn for some other reason, but anyways, I'll set up the arm for you. And I said, great. So he came to my apartment, he set up the Name. It was fantastic. He just loved that arm so much. Just watching him work was a joy, because he just loved that arm so much. So anyway, after that, we went out to eat, and every being around Art was always a blast. And the other thing that we did together was we had a mutual admiration for Procol Harum. And they're a 60s band, but they got together a couple times, and they had a tour, I guess in the early 2000s. They had made a new album, and they were playing the Bottom Line, which is a small club in New York, or it was. And I don't know if he told me that they were going to be there, or I told him, but in any case, we went together to see Procol Harum. And best of all, they were great that night. So a lot of times when you see bands get together, decades after, who cares? But they had it. They were still amazing. So we had an amazing time hoping they were going to play this song or that. But in any case, so we did that together. But I'm going to show you the covers, because I think the covers of Listener magazine are so different than all other audio magazine covers. All other audio magazines put, piles of gear on the cover or something and call it a day. Not Art Dudley. So anyway, here are some Listener covers, and there you go. That's sort of an iconic cover. You get the joke, right? Okay, that's pretty cool. And this one, the rat eating through the cable. Come on, not typical audio magazine fare. Oh, when I dug this one up, I was laughing out loud. In case you were wondering what Art thought of TV and television in general, that might be an indication. Might be subtle, but you get the gist. Oh, and here's Listener number 2, the second edition. And I think I have the first issue, but I couldn't find it, so this will do. But again, the humor is definitely there right from the beginning. Speaking of Art's admiration for the Name Arrow arm, I think, there you go, picture is worth 1,000 words. And this one is definitely a keeper. Yeah. You ever wonder how to clean your records? There's a way. So, Art is gone, and I'm going to miss Art. And we did speak maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, very briefly. We were having one of those, I got to call you, I got to speak, and I called him, and he was too busy, and then he called me, and I was too busy, and we missed, and now that's it. Never again. So I'm sorry. I fell. Thank you, Art. Thank you for being there. And thank you guys for being there and watching. And if you have memories about Art or his writing, maybe you met him at a hi-fi show or something, please leave those thoughts and wishes in the comments below. Thanks. Bye-bye.